The Miami Heat determined to make history.
This is an opportunity for me to do what I always wanted to do, and that's to continue to win championships. That's what I'm here for.
But their opponents out to make history of their own.
It's a new series. We're playing the best team in the NBA the last 2 years, and it's going to be a hell of a challenge.
The wait just about over.
Who plays the best, most consistent basketball puts himself in the best chance to win.
For this finals night.
The rhetoric around San Antonio, the Heat did not win it last year. The Spurs let it get away.
We won the trophy, so that's all that matters. You know, you can put it however you want. You know, things happen, and that's why they say that, you know, it's not over till the fat lady sings.
There is an obvious difference this year. The Heat open on the road. The Spurs had 8 more wins during the regular season to gain the home court advantage.
It's exciting. I mean, we've been pretty successful on the road. You know, we're playing against the Spurs, but, you know, then again, we're the defending champions. So, you know, we're going to do what we got to do to try to get a game here and then go back to our place.
For having home court, and the Spurs did average more points scored, and the revenge factor for the Heat beating San Antonio last year, the Spurs are the favorites to win this time.
I like being the underdog. I don't think we've ever, I think the only time they expected us to win, we lost it. So, you know, we're right in our wheelhouse right now.
They split 2 games this season. It went to the final minutes of the final game last year. The NBA Finals, the remix, is hours away.
That's the way ultimately it should be when you reach the finals. In theory, you're hoping that those are the 2 best teams.
Underdogs in this series. No respect for the 2-time champs. 5-point underdogs tonight in Game 1, and San Antonio is favored in the series overall.
We don't care. It doesn't matter to us. It doesn't affect our job at all, other than the fact that we have to win a game in San Antonio.
Obviously, we understand you guys have a job to do, but for us, you know, we just like to get to the game and get in between the lines and get to the competition part of things.
Right there, that is the most famous foot in San Antonio. Spurs guard Tony Parker, he's got that injured ankle. Parker is expected to play tonight. He'll be in the lineup. That's a tough cover for Heat guard Mario Chalmers.
I'm not even worried about his injury, to be honest. You know, it's the finals. We got 7 games left in the season, so I'm sure he's going to do whatever he can to play in all 7 games and, you know, be effective as he can. And, you know, my job is just to make it tough when he steps on the court. I trust my body, and I did everything I can treatment-wise, and I hope I can be 100%.
Last workout before Game 1. It's 9 hours before tip. They throw it up 9 o'clock East Coast time.
I mean, no matter what time it is, you know, 8 o'clock in the morning, you know, we're talking about the finals here. You got to be ready to roll.
It's been 6 days between games since the Heat eliminated Indiana last Thursday. Let the Heatles out.
I think we're anxious to get out there. We're tired of the talk. We're tired of the hyperbole. We're ready to get out there and run around and make something happen.
The Spurs drive for 5. For the Heat, more makes 4. They are the 2 most dynastic teams the last 15 years.
Having gone to 4 straight finals, definitely in the last 10 years, these are the 2 more storied franchises in this league. So they definitely have set the bar, set the tone for the other teams.
Even though the Heat are the 2-time defending champs and they beat these same San Antonio Spurs last year, the Heat are the underdogs this time.
I've always liked having our backs against the wall with this group. You know, I know what these guys are made of, and we don't need much support. As long as we have each other and as long as we're realistic with ourselves about playing this game and getting better, we're fine.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals, the Heat and the San Antonio Spurs rematch from last year. The Heat practiced this morning. Actually practiced at a military high school. They stay about 20 miles outside of town, so they practice at this high school. Around San Antonio, people saying that the Heat did not win it last year. The Spurs lost it. The Heat were down in Game 6. They came back at the end to win that game. Then they won the series in 7. These people have got to let it go.
We feel slighted in the fact that, you know, the game did go, it went 7. You know, it went 7. It wasn't like it was 3-0. And, you know, they had us in Game 4, and we took it, and then we won 4 straight. We did our part. they did their part. Both teams put themselves in a position to win an NBA championship, and we just happened to make one or two more plays.
Well, I give them a lot of credit. They're the two-time champs, and like I said yesterday, I have a lot of respect for them, and they're still the champs. You know, we have to try to beat them.
Opened at home in all 4 series in these playoffs this year, and they've won every game 1 in the last 3 rounds. Of course, they won game 1 last year against the Heat. You know how that turned out.
Nothing is guaranteed. We won game 1 last year and we didn't win, so it doesn't guarantee everything. We're just going to take one game at a time and try to get this one, but we know that it's going to be a long series.